Hey there, let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever felt like your energy just isn't what it used to be? Like you're dragging a little more than you'd like? Maybe you've noticed the scale creeping up, or you've heard that word diabetes tossed around at a doctor's visit. If you're over 60 like me, it's something a lot of us start thinking about, isn't it? Type 2 diabetes can feel like this big, scary shadow looming over our golden years. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. You've got more power than you might realize to keep it at bay or even manage it if it's already part of your life. And it's not about drastic overhauls or giving up everything you love. It's about simple, everyday changes that can make a world of difference. I'm so glad you're here because we're going to walk through some practical, down-to-earth ways to take charge of your health and feel amazing while doing it. This isn't about complicated rules or feeling deprived. It's about living smarter so you can enjoy more time doing what matters most to you. Whether that's playing with the grandkids, tending your garden, or just soaking in a quiet morning with your coffee. We're going to explore 5 lifestyle shifts that can help you beat diabetes back, and I'll share some stories and tips to make it all feel doable. Ready? Let's jump in. First up, let's talk about moving your body. Not in some exhausting gym rat kind of way, but in a way that feels good and fits your life. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to make a dent in diabetes. Even a little movement goes a long way. Walking, for instance, it's like a secret weapon. I read about how just 30 minutes a day can help your body use sugar better and keep those blood levels steady. And for us seniors, that's huge, because it's not just about prevention. It's about feeling stronger and more alive. My neighbor Bill, he's 68, started walking around the block after dinner. Nothing fancy, just a stroll with his dog. A few months later, he told me his doctor was shocked at how much better his numbers looked. "I didn't even feel like I was trying," he said, grinning. That's the magic of it. You start small, maybe 10 minutes around the yard, and build from there. It's not punishment, it's a gift to yourself. Now let's shift to something we all love, food. But don't worry, I'm not here to tell you to ditch everything tasty. It's more about swapping in some smart choices that work for you, not against you. One big win, cutting back on the sugary stuff, like sodas, candies, or those sneaky desserts that pile up at family gatherings. I know it's tough. Trust me, I've got a sweet tooth too. But hear me out. When you ease off the sugar, your body doesn't have to work so hard to keep things balanced. And that's a game changer for diabetes. My friend Clara, she's 64, used to grab a soda every afternoon. She switched to sparkling water with a splash of lemon, and she told me, "I didn't think I'd like it, but now I feel lighter all day." It's not about never having a treat. It's about making room for things that lift you up instead of dragging you down. Maybe try a piece of fruit when that craving hits. Sweet, satisfying, and your body will thank you. So we've got movement and a little sugar swap in our toolkit. 2 simple steps that already put you ahead of the game. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, and you're already on your way. Stick with me because we've got more to unpack, and I promise it's going to keep getting easier and more exciting as we go. So we've already got a couple of tricks up our sleeves, moving our bodies a little more and easing off the sugary stuff. Those are big wins, and they're probably feeling more doable than you might have expected, right? But beating diabetes, or keeping it at arm's length, takes a little more teamwork from our daily habits. Don't worry though, I'm not about to throw anything overwhelming your way. These next couple of changes are just as practical, just as simple, and they'll have you feeling like you're running the show, not the other way around. Let's start with something we all do every day, eating, but with a tiny twist that makes a huge difference. Focusing on what's on your plate. I'm talking about piling on more of the good stuff, like veggies and whole foods instead of letting processed junk sneak in. You don't have to turn into a chef overnight, but swapping out some of those white breads or packaged snacks for things like broccoli, sweet potatoes, or even a hearty lentil soup can change the game. These foods are like slow-burning fuel. They keep your blood sugar steady instead of sending it on a roller coaster. My cousin Linda, she's 66, used to grab a bagel every morning because it was quick. She switched to a bowl of oatmeal with some veggies mixed in, and she told me, "I don't crash before lunch anymore. I feel like I can keep going." It's not about cutting out everything you love. It's about crowding. So we've got smarter eating and better sleep joining the party. 2 more ways to tell diabetes who's boss. These aren't hard rules or punishments. They're choices you get to make because you deserve to feel good. We're building something here step by step, and it's all about what works for you. There's more to this story though, and I can't wait to share the next piece that'll tie it all together. So here we are, talking about beating diabetes or keeping it from knocking on your door. And we've already got some solid moves in our pocket. We're walking a little more, cutting back on sugar, loading our plates with good stuff, and giving sleep the respect it deserves. These aren't just random tips. They're like pieces of a puzzle coming together to help us live better, longer, and stronger, especially for us over 60 who want to keep enjoying life on our terms. But there's one more piece I can't wait to share, because it's the glue that holds it all together, and it's simpler than you might think. Let's talk about stress. Yep, that sneaky little troublemaker that likes to creep up on us. Life throws a lot our way, doesn't it? Maybe it's worrying about the kids, the bills, or just keeping up with the day-to-day. But here's the thing. When we're stressed, our bodies pump out hormones that mess with our blood sugar, making it harder to stay in control. So finding a way to dial it back isn't just nice, it's a must. You don't need to meditate on a mountaintop or anything fancy like that. For me, it's as simple as sitting on my porch with a cup of tea, listening to the birds. My friend Doris, she's 69, started doing deep breaths for a minute or two whenever she felt wound up. She told me, "I didn't think it'd work, but I feel lighter, like I can handle things better." Maybe it's a short walk, a chat with a friend, or even petting your dog. Whatever brings you calm, it's like a shield against diabetes sneaking in. Give it a try next time you feel that tension building. Just pause, breathe, and let it go. Now think about what we've been building here. Moving your body keeps you strong and steady. Swapping out sugar and filling up on real food gives you energy that lasts. Sleeping well resets you for the day ahead. And keeping stress in check, that's your secret weapon to tie it all together. These aren't huge leaps. They're small, everyday choices that add up to something powerful. I've seen it happen. My Uncle Joe, 72, was staring down a diabetes warning from his doctor. He started with walks, ditched the late-night sweets, and found ways to unwind. A year later, he's out fishing with his buddies, grinning like a kid, and his doctor's thrilled. That could be you too, taking charge, feeling good, and proving you've got this. Here's my challenge to you. Pick one thing, maybe a 10-minute walk tomorrow or skipping that soda, and see how it feels. You don't have to do it all at once, just start where you are. You're not alone in this. I'm rooting for you, and I'd love to hear how it goes. Drop a comment below and tell me what you're trying. I read everyone, and it makes my day. If this has sparked something in you, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so we can keep cheering each other on. You've got the tools now, and you're stronger than you know. Let's beat diabetes together and make these years some of our best. Because you deserve it, my friend, and I can't wait to see you shine.